Is it too late to plant your flowers and your vegetables at this point?
No, not really.
That's been a big question around here.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people have been late to the game this year, and they're like, I don't know, I just was so busy with this and this,
and the weather has not cooperated.
Yeah, in our neck of the woods. So is it too late? No, we're just starting summer really, and it had the official start of summer here and getting going, and it's not too late,
But a lot of greenhouses are starting to close down for the season.
Yeah, and this is our last week.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be done. But there's a lot of greenhouses that stay open year round. For us, it's a very short season, so we're gonna be done. But it's not too late. So
and there's a lot of beautiful flowers that are nice and full, which means that they're gonna fill out that pot even faster.
What's great about this time of the year is the flowers are looking better than way better, and people are like, do you have any sales? No, we don't do sales now. The stuff is bigger and better and looking great. Why would we put it on sale?
And there's more energy put into them at this point with fertilizer. But anyhow,
so it's still a great time. Can you start your garden vegetables? Can you still plant that garden? The answer is yes.
I don't know that I would start a tomato seed.
No. Yeah, we're not talking seeds. We're talking plants. And you can still walk into our greenhouse and get a tomato. The tomato plants have flowers on them.
Some of them have little tomatoes on them.
Yeah, they're fruiting. So don't be discouraged that you're kind of late into this game and you're just getting going, and maybe you're on vacation or whatever, and now it's time. Go ahead and plant up their flowers, plant up your gardens, and we still have a lot of summer left.
And they really start growing faster at this point because you have more daylight, you have more sunlight, you have warmer evening temperatures, so you're not battling against some of the stuff that you do early on.
Yeah, so that those plants can get established much faster. They're gonna grow quicker. Don't be afraid of getting some plants into the ground. Now you're talking about if they want to do up some planters.
Yeah.
Should they leave some room, or should they go Scott style and
okay?
Hey,
so we have
instant.
two different styles.
Yeah.
So at the beginning, when we're initially planting, I'm more on the plant for potential.
Yeah.
And what that means is you leave space because you know that plant is going to grow. Scott is more of the I want it instant, pack that thing full.
Right now.
And that's early on, we have that difference.
Yeah.
At this time of the year, I start leaning more towards the pack it a little bit fuller.
My style. Yeah.
Because you do have less time with the plants. So do you want to wait 3 weeks for it to fill out? Or at
parties,
this point, at this point, do you want to have that fullness like right away?
Yeah, if you have parties coming up, if you have like graduation parties or just get-togethers, or maybe 4th of July celebration, go ahead and fill those planters out, get everything planted up, make it look good right now.
Because when we're planting back in March, April, beginning of May, and you could say, oh, I have 2-3 weeks to watch this grow. Well, at this point, I want you to sit and enjoy it, because you are coming a little bit later to the game. It's not too late, but let's just get this thing moving.
So there's a lot of greenhouses that are having sales right now, so you can maybe walk into a garden center and get some great deals on stuff. They might be clearancing things out, as long as they don't look terrible. Don't buy clearance items that are dead. I don't care if they're 50% off. If they're dead, they're past. I can't believe it's mostly the big box retailers. There should be. If you're an independent garden center, you should not be doing this. Your stuff should look awesome. But these big box retailers, it's kind of expected, but we walk in and we just kind of laugh, because you see people they're ecstatic that they got a hanging basket for $3.99, but it's dead. That's not going to do any good. Yeah,
some people will winter. Some people love to have that nurturing, bring it back to life type feeling.
But
a lot of our customers, they just want beautiful planters.
Yeah.
And that's what it comes down to.
But you can find great deals on stuff that is actually looking good. So there are a lot of greenhouses that are at the end of their season and they're starting to put some stuff on sale. So go ahead and visit that, get some good deals.
There is, even in our own greenhouse, we have some plants that can be house plants.
Yeah.
We sell them such as the Gerberry daisies.
Yeah.
Some of the vines can be used as a house plant.
Yeah.
There are plants. So
some of the begonias.
Yeah,
that type of stuff. Yeah.
You can take it in.
So
so no, it's not too late. Short answer, no.
Right. So some tips to get started and get rolling right away with your garden, or maybe some flower beds, or you found some planters, some pots in your shed that you want to plant up. You want to get them going right away. We still want to instill good, consistent habits. That's the watering. That's the consistent fertilizing and feeding those plants to get them established and get them rolling right away.
And cleaning up.
Yeah, cleaning up. If you have geraniums or maybe there's some petunias that need to be cleaned up.
Or verbena or lantana. There is certain flowers that benefit from cleaning up.
Yeah, so still want to instill those good habits. We don't want to go out, buy a bunch of flowers, get them planted, and then just not care for them. We still have to have good, consistent care, because that's really going to make or break you. You can buy those plants, you can have great intentions, but if your care is flippant, it's not going to do you any good. So
a lot of people will say when they buy something, should I cut it back? Especially at this time of the year, because stuff is getting a little bit more lanky because they're grown in those little containers.
I'm not a...
If it's blooming and it looks good, let the blooms be, let them grow out, and then the rest will fill in.
Especially we're talking like petunias, and we have some easy wave petunias that they are a little bit lanky because they need a home. They're in flats, or they're kind of tight, and they're like this, and you pull them apart and they look lanky. And we don't tend to trim back petunias because once they are out and you plant them, they're going to fill in. We're going to feed them, to get that quick growth. We're going to feed them maybe every other day with the Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer if you want to get that fast growth going. And boom, especially if you got a good week of sunshine, man, they just take off. And like in a week, maybe 2 weeks, they'll just explode with growth. So I'm not hack happy when it comes to that.
You did just take half of our impatience.
I did. That's different. That's a different scenario.
If you didn't see that video, he took a hedge trimmer and just went. But we're trying to get them to more growth down low and be blooming for like the 4th of July area.
Yes, yeah, and they'll be fantastic for the 4th of July. A couple weeks. We got a few weeks yet, so they'll turn out great. But that's impatience, not petunias. Don't be happy with petunias. That's one of those things that just bugs me, and everybody's like, cut it. No, feed it, let it grow.
Get it in the right light.
Yeah, fix the problem. If you have lanky petunias, fix the problem. Otherwise, guess what? 2 weeks later, you're going to be happy again, and you're just going to have this vicious cycle. So stop being happy.
And if you see lanky petunias in a greenhouse, it's because they are grown tighter together, and they are competing with each other. And they're in little tiny containers that they're meant to be transplanted.
They need a home, like
they need a home.
Yeah. So getting those consistent care. When you go out, find some deals and bring home some plants, some nice plants, and then be consistent with that care, and you will have beautiful plants and flowers for the rest of the summer. So it's not too late to plant up your garden. Like Amy had said, you're probably not going to be seeding anything for your garden,
Well, you might beans or some of the stuff that comes up by seed.
Yeah.
But the tomato plants, the pepper plants.
Yeah, that takes a while. That's why we start those.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you can find tomatoes and peppers that are like this at your local garden center. So yeah, so go ahead and head on out to your local garden center and get some plants and flowers, and don't be afraid. Yeah, those late planters. So don't be afraid of planting that up.
So regarding the fertilizer,
yeah,
because we always say at this point you got to feed them because you got to get them like roaring to go.
Let's go. Yeah.
Yep. You can find the Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer at Rose's Greenhouse in Kokona, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And they have the fertilizer there for you to purchase. If you're not in that area, you can go on the beatyourneighbor.com, go to the retailer locator button, and you can find it across the United States. I think there's like 130, 140 retailers.
Yep. So
if you can't find it near you, we can ship it to 48 states right to you, but we've asked, please use those retailers first.
And that's US. We cannot ship internationally. I know we have about 30% of our followers are Canadians.
That's because we're up there by the border.
Yeah, they
understand our language.
Yeah, right, our accent. Yeah. But unfortunately, we cannot ship internationally. So that's US only. So yeah, so all that information, so anything that you want to know about Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer, all that information is at beatyourneighbor.com, and that's where we're going to refer you to anyway. If you ask questions, we're going to just, hey, go to beatyourneighbor.com. There's a whole FAQ, frequently asked questions. There's blog articles, there's tips and tricks there. And then, of course, our YouTube channel has hundreds and hundreds of videos. So it is a fantastic resource. You can audit
yourself to no end.
Absolutely. So, do you have a video on this? Probably. And a great way to find those videos other than just being on our YouTube channel, if you have a specific question, hey, I want to know about geranium care, just type in the search bar, geranium care, Sharkeys, and it's going to pull up all those videos or whatever topic that you have. So that is a fantastic resource that's free and easy to use. Utilize that professional advice.
Absolutely.
So, all right, thanks for joining us. We will see you again.
Bye.
Bye-bye.